Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Stupid debts, funny cause they're true. Stupid debts, hope next time it's not you. See, nobody's watching, so Wooly can do it every thumbs up, but nobody's watching. That's a bit crazy. Oh, what's going on? Wow, well, guys, welcome to Friday Night Live with Wooly, I suppose is what we're calling it, isn't it? So, who's there? Say hello, Mark. How's it going? Good evening to yourself. What's the crack? I don't have my phone. I have some interesting stuff. I had an interesting day today, and I have had an interesting week. Let's say we have had we've been having a big storm rolled in on Tuesday, and it's still here. You know, so we've no major damage or anything. The trees aren't in leaf. So, nice. How does the maple burn? We have sycamore here, which is a form of maple, and it's a weed. It grows like crazy, Mark. Grows like crazy. Well, it's a really good firewood. Really good firewood. Good hardwood. Like, so, I like getting my hands on a bit of sycamore. Sycamore, I would say ash and then sycamore. I like best. I like splitting it. I like processing it. Very heavy wood, but it's nice. Burns really well. But sorry. So here's what happened today. I'm gonna go grab my phone. Hang on. Sorry, Mark. Wait a second. Sorry guys, I forgot my phone. I have some footage on my phone that I want to show you as a sneak peek. You know the way I like to give you guys a wee bit of a sneak peek when you guys turn up for the live feed. So what I have, good man, Dominic. Yes, brilliant. I actually have been having a couple of issues with mine. Tell you the truth. I thought it was done. October last year, Dominic, I thought it was done. I went, right, that's it. So, but I couldn't get it to work properly. It wasn't running right. So, but I was going in to buy a new one, and I thought, sure, I'll take the Hyundai in, and I'll have a boy look at it and see what he thinks. There's a broken fuel line. Roddy, how's it going? Dominic, a broken fuel line. That's it. So I reckon I have it 4 years, right? 4 years, run the river. How's it going? It cost me £120. I've had it for 4 years, right? The gearbox went, and they replaced it on the warranty. The gearbox, it's not called the gearbox, the gear head. You know, if this is your spinner, right? Your shaft comes down like this and bends down. It's called a gear head or something, I think. It went, and they replaced it on the warranty. But the fuel line went, and I only got it out of the shop on Monday. And I went down strimming with it on Monday, and the gear head went again. But I got a replacement from Hyundai for like 20 quid or something, so it's on its way. Good investment, hey, Dominic. Bloody great investment when you think. When you think of the abuse that I have given that machine, that has been abused way more than anything else I have. So Pat, how are you doing? Pat, I just have to say thank you very much. Hey, I have eaten all those noodles. They are absolutely delicious. They are delicious. The girls didn't like them. I love them. I love them. Not the spicy ones, but the other ones. Just the, I don't know what flavor they were. But Pat sent me a gift box. I'm going to call it a gift, but he didn't send it to me. Pat's daughter sent it to my daughter. It was full of sweets and Asian sweets and biscuits and stuff, and some nice stuff in there. Some absolutely rotten stuff. Hey, oh, green tea flavored chocolate. So I was brush cutting for a couple of days, trying to trim back the briars again, the brambles, briars we call them, brambles, and I broke the strimmer. I had it going for like one day, and I have a big job to do with the brush cutter as well, so I have to get it fixed and then do that job. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Strader boys, how's it going? I want to show you the video, guys. You ready? That better? No. Nailed it, Buckin. Good man. Thanks very much. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Okay, guys. This one is better. Sorry. Listen to this. Can't break off. That is the Husqvarna 181 SE. Editing videos is in fact not living the dream. I actually, Schrader, I don't mind editing videos at all. I actually tell you the truth. It can be enjoyable. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass. I think it depends on what software you're using. But listen, I had the Husqvarna, the SE, the 181 SE Green Beast, the British Army MOD issued chainsaw. I just went to myself today. I was talking to my mate this morning on the phone, and I went, right, here's the crack. I want to get the saw up and running, and he gave me a couple of pointers, right? So I went out. I was doing stuff. I've been doing stuff in the yard for the last couple of days anyway, trying to get firewood organized and all. So I went out with it, and it's like trying to start a Model T Ford. It's like, so he advised me to take pop the spark plug out of it, crank it over a couple of times, and so I did that. Put the spark plug back in. So the compression on this thing is insane. So what he reckoned was that the spark plug could be a little bit too tall or a little bit too long. Yeah, Pat, you see, I'd be the same. I definitely used to be the same, but I found people, it's just, you improve the quality, you improve the video. That's what I found. And but so what I did anyway was I unscrewed the, when I put the thing back in, the spark plug, I didn't put it in the whole way. Anyway, so there I was expecting this saw never ever to start, and I was making a video of this saw expecting it never to start, and I give it a wee pop, and it went. I went, put the chuck back in. Boom! Away it went, boy. Away it went. I'm waiting to hear this, right? That video I showed you. It's a funny old sprocket on it. Funny old clutch sprocket set up on the inside. And when I was pulling the throttle, it was making a funny whirring noise. And I thought, right, okay, this is bad. The clutch is gone. The bearings are gone or something like that. So I took a video, right, and I sent the video to my mate who had the saw. I sent it to Indiana Doug, and I sent it to Buckin Billy Ray, right? And it could be Pat, but listen, let me finish the story. Doug said, check your chain brake. I think your chain brake mightn't be engaging, disengaging properly. It could be an issue with the spring on the chain brake. Buckin said, your chain's not on the sprocket. And I was like, yeah. Who doesn't put the chain on the sprocket? Not Wooly. Guess what it was? The chain wasn't on the sprocket. The chain was on the inside, you know. So I took it apart, put the chain on the sprocket. And remember, this thing was an absolute beast, and it has probably not been started and run for at least 10 years, right? Took it outside, turned it on, pulled the choke. First pull, way it went. Unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. But there's an issue with the plug there. I think the, what do you call it? What do you call the thing that goes on to the end of the plug when it sits into the engine? Is it the coil? Is it the coil? I have a funny. I keep calling it the boot. It's not the boot. I don't think it's the boot. But yeah, it needs to be replaced because it keeps. I'd say that the rubber, there's electrical tape around it. Do you know what I mean? So, but hey, away it went, and it just sounds great. It does sound a lot like the Frankensaw, but there is 10 cc in the difference. Like it's a nice saw. It's a nice saw. There's a good weight to it. You know, you could throw it at a tree. Throw it at a tree. An electrode. Oh, okay. An electrode boot. Okay, so yeah, and that was cool, and it worked away, and I even cut a little bit of wood with it, and it is completely blunt, right? Completely blunt. The chain was quite rusty, and I put it into a piece of wood. Yeah, see, that seems right, Pat. That seems right. So I put it into the wood, and after about 3 seconds, the chain looks brand new. But it's near the end of its life. But listen, here's the thing: there's no sprocket on the bar. There's no nose sprocket on the bar, and it is a Husqvarna bar made in Canada. That's an Oregon bar, isn't it? I didn't know Oregon made bars for Husqvarna. I didn't know that. I thought that was just their. I thought Husqvarna made their own stuff. There you have it. Unless there is another company in Canada that was making bars for Husqvarna back in the 80s that I don't know of. You guys tell me. What do you think? So what have you guys been up to? That was my interesting story of today. And the fact that it's been lashing rain and then really sunny and lashing rain and really sunny and lashing rain and really sunny. Stephen, how's it going? Okay, yeah, I have a few bars. I might put the 24-inch bar on it. That used to be on the Frankensaw, which reminds me as well. So I put the 24-inch bar back on the Frankensaw this week. I know you guys have a love-hate relationship with me and a 24-inch bar and stuff like that. But I was answering the questions that nobody wants answered. Nobody cares about, but Wally wanted to see what would happen. Oh, you think it'll be that quick? You think it'll be that quick? Guys, if you didn't know, right? Pat had, oh no, Roddy, no! That's because it's a still. Pat and Chris, who is Pat's son, had probably the most exciting day of their lives on Sunday. I can't. That's unreal, isn't it? It's unreal. It's unbelievable that can happen. Buckin give him an axe, and it's like. Sorry, Roddy. Sorry. So, Floater, how's it going? Grumpy Toe, how's it going? And so Buckin gave him an axe on the live feed. And listen, I turned on that live feed last week, guys, and there was 700 and something people on it, and I was like, this is crazy. So I stayed on it for about 5 minutes, and then I had to go off. It's like I couldn't read the comments. I didn't know what was going on. But they are some crazy live feeds. Like imagine. And the super chats were like bing 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 like that. It was just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah. Nice one, Pat. Or yeah, Pat, nice one. When is it shipped? I know the shipping can be showing off. 10-15 days. Okay. Nice one. Absolutely. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, Dan, how's it going? The Woodsman is here. How's it going? It's absolutely it's mind boggling. I was going to say mind bottling. I keep saying mind bottling and nobody gets it. They just think I'm stupid. Yeah. So we are hopefully, and the same for you, Dan, and Roddy, hopefully nearing the end of a lockdown. So I know that there's a lot of people going on about being oh, I can't wait to go camping and stuff like that. Have people not been camping? Like I've been camping twice since the new year. Then I do camp close. You know, I am in the country, so it's different, I suppose. Oh Jesus! Hi, Stephen. There's no bloody spring here. They're talking about the snow in Scotland tonight. Roddy, you watch it now. Snow in Scotland tonight. I'm supposed to be going away and doing a tree job tomorrow with diggers, excavators, guys. So me mate Vise, who was on last week, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, do you think you can get him to keep it for that long without 12th of April? It's March now. But can you not just go wild camping on your own, Dan? Sorry, Pat. Do you think you can get him to not open that before the live feed? Like, yeah. Like, see, there is none of them here. You know, you would have to go quite far away to get a campsite here. So it's not very touristy. So I actually have only camped in a proper campsite once. I've only ever paid to camp once. No way. That's brilliant, Grumpy. That's brilliant. And were you able to reclaim it? But here's the thing, Roddy. Does anybody actually enforce it? Is it enforced? So this is what I don't understand. So what they're saying here is that you cannot cross the border. So we technically cannot go from the north of Ireland to the south of Ireland, right? Because the southern police will turn us back, right? It's not being enforced, do you know? You are joking me, Dan. Yeah, I see, Stephen. Who would report you? Can you not see it's in your 5 mile zone? You know. I don't get it. Listen, there's a video keeps popping up in my suggested videos about somebody who was building an off-grid cabin, and one of his subscribers called the police on him. You know. Really, right? I don't know. You know, we don't see the police here ever. Very, 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 very rarely. It's still, here is still technically a war zone for the police in Northern Ireland. So because of dissident Republicans. So, but I think dissident Republicans are going to be the least of our worries now. I think we're probably looking at dissident loyalists being the issue in the north of Ireland with an anti-Brexit movement. Not an anti-Brexit movement, a pro-Brexit, anti-EU border, Northern Ireland complicated thing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen, you see, it's complicated here. Like the border's only 300. Depending on what way you go, the border's, you know, the border's only a mile away one way. You know, it's 2 miles the other way. You know, my wife works in the Republic of Ireland, so she crosses the border twice a day. You know, but she's an essential worker. So, but if you have a chainsaw in the back of your yoke, guys, you're a tree surgeon, essential worker. Yeah, so should be fun tomorrow, but it's going to be -1, and so Vise is going to be. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Woodsman. You know, that's the thing. People love to be dicks as well, don't they? Like they're really. I'm going to show him. Yeah. Yeah, it was same here too. Do you know what I mean? Like. Very rarely get a policeman around these parts. So, but anyway, Vice is getting an excavator. We're going to be. I've been up there before. You guys, I was cutting wood up there before. Vice was on last week. He was the chef. Do you remember we were chatting to him about the pizzas and stuff? So, we're going to be pulling. We took down about 30 Lalandiais at his house last year. But before we got in to take down the Lalandis, Ginge, how's it going? Before we took down the Lalandiais, his uncle drove in and pulled about 20 of them down with a digger and just laid them down and then just drove away and left them. So we have to go and sort that out tomorrow. So, so I'm not sure what way it's going to work. Probably lift them and move them and then cut them. So. You know, do one at a time, or do one, maybe lift them and lay them all out might be the handiest, so that then they can go in and they can fix the land with the digger while I'm cutting them up. Do you know what I mean? Grumpy, it's getting a bit weird again, isn't it? It's like it's just I don't know. I don't watch the news, right? I only read the news. I read the BBC News, and every so often you get a wee thing about loyalists and. Oh, I don't know about that, Stephen. Woodsman, a video about me doing the trees. Is that what you're on about? Did you see the video on? Did you see my paratipi? Did you see my paratipi video? I have a load of videos coming out on both channels at the minute, guys. I have a video. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the weather. Hey, it could be one of these situations where I don't have time for a camera. If somebody's driving a digger and I'm using a chainsaw, the camera's going to have to be very far away, so I don't really know. But listen, I have it all. I have all the stuff ready to go, so I'll take it with me anyway and see what the crack is. And it could be piss and rain, and the camera's not waterproof. This is the problem. So it is. This is the camera I use, guys. This is a Canon M50, guys. Very, very good camera. Very good camera. And I also have one of these that I never, ever, ever use. Guys, GoPros are terrible. They're terrible. That was... it near destroyed my YouTube career, my YouTube story, I'm going to say. Cannon and Huskies, yeah. I don't know, Woodsman. I don't know. I'll try my best. But listen, I shot 2 chainsaw videos today and 2 yesterday. So there's 4 chainsaw videos coming out. Yeah, Roddy! God damn you moderators! So, but and I have a load of very, how would you describe it? Very satisfying brush cutting videos where it's just like cutting big high brambles and briars about this high and just smashing them all down and clearing land and stuff. So there's plenty of that coming out. But I got my overnight video coming out soon on Red Branch as well. So, you know, I did the overnighter last week. Listen, do you know that the police force were originally set up to protect the population from the politicians? Indiana Doug, how's it going, man? How's it going? I was just showing the guys the video. Well, I wasn't just showing the guys the video. I showed the guys the video. I want to show you this as well, guys. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. I don't know if you are on Instagram or not, but there's one for you there, look. Can you see that? Wow, it really comes up really funny. You see that? Dan, thanks very much. Take it easy, buddy. I had the 24-inch bar on the Frankensaw. Okay. Doug knows what's this about. Okay, so I always wondered, right? Now, I've done the video, okay? The results are in. You're going to have to wait until the video comes out, okay? So what I did was I got a ripping chain, you know, for ripping planks and boards and stuff, right? So I ran a ripping chain against a standard full chisel softwood chain, and 2 Oregon chains. Oregon chain against Oregon to see which one would noodle firewood better. There you have it now. There's Wooly answering questions you never wanted answered. So, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? What do you think would cut faster? A ripping chain? A ripping chain, guys? Or just your standard chain? Pat, you keep going on about this, and I've done this already for you. I went on the child's bike and I cycled round. I did it. It's there somewhere. But yeah, so I know, Doug. Ripping chain is designed for noodling, but is it faster when you're just ripping a piece of firewood? Do you know what I mean? It was interesting. It was really interesting. Full house, standard chain, Oregon. I can't remember the name, but 2 Oregon chains. The ripping chain was brand new. The standard chain wasn't. Okay, so the ripping chain was just out of the box. I've had it for months. It's 24-inch, you know, so that's why the big bar was on. So it was interesting, and I got some split screen action going and stuff like that. I did bring in the firewood. Of course, I brought in the firewood, and so you would think. Well, it was very scientific, very, very scientific. Okay, I had all my controls in place. Everything was completely different. Everything, every time, like, you know, it just like the bars were 2 different sizes, you know, 2 different chains, 2 different pieces of wood, everything. So, but it's fun. It was just a video I've been meaning to make for a long time, and I just happened to have a couple of nice big 18-inch rounds there I wanted to go. I wanted to go at, and this is the thing, when I did it, I would have said that they were both the same. I really would have. And when I went over the footage, right, and I sat here and I watched the footage, and then I recorded a wee bit to the camera as well, to see what I thought of it, you know, I would have said that they were the same. But then I sat down and I re-edited the video. Rob, how's it going? You're very welcome. I re-edited the video and I got the two bits of footage and put them side by side so that they were playing together on the one screen. Guys, that near destroyed my sanity. It took me so long to figure out how to do that. You better appreciate that video. And when I did, there's a difference. I have to say there's a difference. I'm not going to tell you which is faster, but there's a difference. So, yeah, a good, Rob. Good. Just avoiding the weather. It's crazy weather. So, it's really hard to know. It's really like it makes sense to me that the ripping chain is going to be faster because that's what it's designed to do, isn't it? It's designed to cut with the grain, not across it. It's designed to clear those noodles out as quick as possible. But yeah, it was close. That's all I'm saying. It was very, very close. Very, 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 very close. And what? Correct. It is cold. It is cold, and it is wet, and it is windy. And I have probably a bit of an emergency job next week as well, which is going to involve a bit of tree climbing. So I've decided I'm going to get my neighbor's cat and fire it into a tree with a big elastic band, boing, like that. But no, we have trees down on a phone line down the road here, and I told the no earthquakes or tornadoes, but if you're in New Zealand, you'll have plenty of earthquakes. I don't know what way it's going to work, guys. These trees are like, they're about 2 inches thick. It's going to be sketchy, right? And there's going to be no chainsaws involved, and so yeah, that's what I gathered. Is there not an issue with is there not something with the rakers as well, or you know, because it has to clear out, doesn't it? Doesn't it clear out faster? I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I was driving past. There's a garden at the bottom of the hill here. It's a big garden, and it's just got big little Andes the whole way down it like this. Yeah, I'm not going to touch the cat. No, I'm only joking. But I was driving past, and I had started to cut them for this woman, and the house is derelict. I had started to cut them just sort of as a favor. You know, I'm not charging her or anything. And I had to stop because I couldn't cut them because they were going to fall on the phone lines, right? So what I did was I says, listen, I can't cut these anymore because of the phone line. So I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to give me a hand, not her, but her husband. We'll go up on a ladder and I'll trim them and then I'll fell them, you know. So the thing is that they're all really bushy, but they all grew together. So you have every tree is a multi-stem. And you're talking 4, 5, 6 stems, very, very thin, 40 foot high. Do you know what I mean? So like when you get into it, you think, wow, that's a big tree. You get into it and they're all like this width at the base, you know. So, but in between them, there is a brave few sycamore and ash and beech and stuff like that I'm going to take the wood away. But same thing, you're talking maximum 4 inches, you know. But it's firewood, you know. So, you know, so I just I didn't get back to them. And I was driving past the other day and I saw that one of the trees was hanging down on the phone line. So no, if I cut down these, they're gone. But they're little Andes, so they're a hedge. They're not supposed to be a tree, like. So what happens to Lalandis is they either get absolutely ginormous or they break out. Really, Mark? Sorry, you'd be that specific? Really? I wonder if there's a difference in the angle of the full chisel versus semi chisel. Would anybody know that? You know the way Oregon sent me those two chains. The full chisel is for the softwood, and the semi chisel is for the hardwood or the dirty wood. So Lalandi's terrible, bro. Jesus, they're not allowed to. You're not allowed to plant it around houses now. You're not allowed to plant Lalandis or Castlewellan golds because of the way they grow. Myself and my buddy Big Al did a job in RD. No, they're not good trees. The only thing you ever find in Lalandi trees is pigeons, right? You know, so that would show you a lot. You know, pigeons will nest anywhere. Yeah, very fashionable in the 70s. So me and Big Al did a job around the house out by where he lives, and it was a house on an acre site, right? And the whole way around this acre was planted with Lalandis in 1960s. And what happened was we cut all the trees, right? These things were 50 foot high at least, and some of them, these guys got 20 feet of their garden back, right, in width. Okay, nice. Cheers, Doug. So they got 20 foot of their garden back, right? And after 2 days of us being there, now this took us a long time. You're talking a week or so, you know, just the two of us at it. After about 2 or 3 days, the woman in the house came out and she went, there is sun in my kitchen. There hasn't been sun in my kitchen in 20 years. It was like, imagine, like these trees were monsters, absolute monsters, and nothing to them, you know, just branches, not even good firewood. They are a nightmare. They're just, when they get big, they smell nice. No. Semi-chisel is rounded instead of pointy. Now you're talking about the cutting tooth, Roddy, and the only reason I know this is because Oregon sent me those two chains, and I had a big chat with a guy from Oregon about the difference. So this is what I don't know how to do. I don't know. So if I get my Dremel and I sharpen the full chisel chain, right, it's just going to be pointy, right? But if I do the semi chisel, it's not, or sorry, it's going to end up just being the same. So I'm the same, Doug. I've always used full, you know, so I don't really see the difference, because as soon as I sharpen it, it's going to be full chisel anyway. Do you know what I mean? So how do you round off that? How do you round off that cutting tooth? You know, is everything full chisel after one, like I would go over with the file? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. Like you go into housing estates, and people have these wee back gardens, and there's like 50 foot Lalandi in the bottom of it. You know, they smell nice. They smell nice when you cut them, and you can strip the bark off and mash the bark up and break it down like this. It takes a long time. It's really fibrous, and you can fluff it up like that. And and you can use it to light fires. It's called a tinder bundle. So for the bushcraft side of things, yeah, Roddy, yeah, we are, yeah. So let me see. Do No, I'm not even going to do it. It's going to take me too long to find it. Somebody will be able to come up there with a picture. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Me and Doug were talking about this during the day or during the week there, because I be watching chainsaw channels. Peppy, how's it going? I'd be watching American channels, YouTube channels, and they're talking about full skip, full comp, half skip, monkey faces, and I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it works really well. So it's what we call a bird's nest. So you can get it and you flake it up, and it gets real fibrous. It end up looking like coconut husk, right? But you gotta like mash it with a stick and stuff like that. But it's good use for lighting a fire if you're stuck. You know what I mean? Like, so, ripper. Roddy, every day is a school day for me, boy. I don't have a clue about them. I was, I don't, I know. Type. I'm slow at typing. No, birch is the same, Pat, but birch is much easier to use. There's much less processing involved in birch. You basically just get your where's my piece of birch that I've had sitting here for days since last week. With the birch, you just all you have to do is just sort of scrape it a wee bit, you know. Barry, how's it going? You're very welcome. So the birch will take a spark and light straight away, whereas the landy bark is like a big lump of bark, but you just need to mash it. It's like, and it turns into like material, like fibrous, big long fibers on it, and then you're scrunching up those fibers and making them smaller and smaller and smaller. And what happens is same here, Stephen. So what happens then is that because you're increasing the surface area and you're making everything smaller and smaller and smaller, it's easier for it to take a spark, or you use it when you're doing a bow drill fire. So excellent work, Roddy. Excellent work, guys. On the thumbs up, 12 thumbs up now. I like it. Yes, yeah. And it is also the same as I think you can do the same with Western red cedar, maybe not. I might be getting that wrong or mixed up with something else, but it works. A lot of work, boy. A lot of work. But if you're in a situation where you need it, you'll take the time to do it. So oh, Roddy's out with the band hammer again. See, I don't know if Pat would understand what that means. I know people like this. Basswood bark. Purple Color Life, how's it going? Somebody gives me the thumbs down. No way. Here's the thing, right? And Purple Color Life, you'll understand this. We talk about this in our YouTube group. So when I upload a video, right, there's two things happen instantly. One, there's a link to some sort of porn site gets put up. Two, somebody thumbs down it. You know, so it's like all the time. My Instagram messages are full. How do you ban somebody? I'm dying to ban somebody. It's gonna be Doug or Roddy. Has to be the moder. No, we need a moderator fight again, don't we? Fight. But But you know, Purple, like that's the I don't, any of you guys that have a channel, is it the same for you? That's what happens to me all the time. Now the thumbs down is the thumbs down is probably somebody I know just winding me up, but at least it's somebody doing something, you know. Like, isn't it better to have a thumbs down than a no thumbs, isn't it? I don't know. It is interaction of some description, so you know, and to say that interaction on YouTube is much better for the algorithm and stuff like that, and I don't know, somehow BS, I don't know. Yes, exactly, Purple. You see, Purple or Collar Life, not sure which. Wayne, how's it going? Yes, it is, Stephen. It is. No. Doug? No what? No. Should have put an exclamation mark at the end there. So it's yeah, exactly. It's about interaction. And here's the thing, right? So I try and post as often as I can in the community section, right? And hey Wayne, how's it going? What happens is that I will post and ask a question, or I'll create a poll or something like that, and I'll comment on it, right? But if you comment on it, I don't ever find that out unless I go back and look at the poll. I don't know why. And you know, so it's like, and I go and I'll check a poll, and there'll be like 100 votes. I'll be like, 100 votes? You know, who's voting 100 times on my poll but won't give me 100 thumbs up my video? Yeah, I'd be the same. Purple. It's, you know, I've videos there that I have one video that has about 60,000 views or something like that. It's got like 100 thumbs down. You know, I don't watch that video. It was like my second video or something, second video ever made. And when I watch it back, I look like there's something wrong with me. I've been watching it recently because it's still one of my most viewed videos. It comes up all the time in my statistics, my analytics and stuff, you know. Lily has got the hearing of a bloody bat. Here she comes. What does? What are you talking about up there? Do something. Say hello. Lily is an airbender. Oh, Bruno's an airbender. We reckon we're flat out watching Avatar here. I don't know if you guys have kids or
The Legend of Korra.
or you like animation, but Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra.
The Legend of Korra.
What's it called? Avatar: The Legend of Korra, or just
Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then
The Legend of Korra. So we're watching. We've been
this is
making Siobhan.
Not his.
We've been making Siobhan watch them. So we're nearly sure that Bruno is the next Avatar, because he's an airbender because all he does is fart, right? He's a waterbender because he never stops peeing. He's an earthbender because he bloody has dug my garden up a million times, and he's a firebender because
his ears are so warm.
Because his ears are warm. No, it's Stephen. It is
Siri.
There's a lag. I didn't realize that. It's a cartoon series. It's very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. So right, where you go. Adults are talking here. Not me. The people on there. Bruno, is the boss. Bruno is the boss. Bruno is the boss. I've been taking him out playing. Do you set top chat or live chat? I don't.
What does that mean?
It says live chat. Hang on a second.
Puppet chat?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean, Doug. Top chat or live chat? I don't even know. It says live chat at the top of my chat bar. If that makes any difference to you. I know you were on about this last week. Is it because you can't see stuff that comes up in sequence? Bruno the next John Wayne. Well, he could be next Clint Eastwood. No, I'm not. But I have been tried as one. Twice. Downstairs. Go. Stephen. Tried. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, we like the Avatar. It's very good. It's a kids cartoon, but it's based on graphic novels. So it's very, very good. They made a film. It's shockingly bad. And they made, I think we've spoken about this before. The Angry Dracula normally comes on now and tells me everything I need to know. But when YouTube's tough, YouTube's tough. I've been on YouTube 5 years, and I have gained more subscribers in the last 12 months than I did in the 4 years previous. You know, but then the thing is that in the 4 years previous, I was just drifting along through YouTube. There was no rhyme, no reason. I was just uploading videos when I felt like it. But I just sort of have knuckled. Well, COVID came along, Wayne, and I had the time. I had the time to do it. So I wasn't really doing anything else. I couldn't work. Kids were at home. So I just started uploading videos every day. Oh, okay. So your comment just popped up there, Doug. So I had the time. I pumped out, Wayne, I pumped out at least one video a day for 10 months, right? I only finished that last month. Horrible history. We love it. Listen, you need to get your fix of it, Grumpy, because it's going off Netflix. We love it. We absolutely love it. That's what we watch. So if you re-watch this video, Grumpy, at some stage, I did the stupid debts. I did that at the start because nobody was watching. I know, Stephen. We won't even go there. We won't even go there. The local school put out a post saying that parents need to be wearing masks to collect their kids outside the school. And I was like, anyway, Wayne, I digress. I had all the time. I had just bought a new camera. I had a big, massive load of firewood. I had a load of beech trees. And I know, Pat. So it's only since February that I stopped uploading once a day. And I now have 2 YouTube channels. So I am now uploading, instead of once a day, I'm uploading 5 times a week over 2 channels. Oh, is it on RTE as well? See, we don't have RTE. We don't have any channels. We just use Netflix and Amazon and Disney Plus. But we're probably going to get rid of Disney Plus. But we don't watch it a lot. So, see, Wally's lost now. Wally's lost. He's away. Doug, yours just appeared right there now. That, you see, Wayne, that's it. It is soul destroying, right? It's soul destroying. It can be. What I found, and it's easy to get bogged down. Now, I started a YouTube channel because I absolutely love myself, and I think that I am the funniest man on the planet. Oh, okay, Doug. So your thing just came up there. It depends on what I'm going to turn up in the school wearing a big gorilla mask. Listen, I YouTube's supposed to be fun, right? For me, it's supposed to be fun. But like I'm in a couple of different YouTube tutorial type Facebook groups. And it's all about the money, boy, and it's all about business. And I'm not doing this, and this isn't working, and this isn't working. And you know, and people ask me questions like, oh, if you're not doing that, why are you even doing YouTube? And I'm like, because it's fun. Is that not the point? And it sort of opened my eyes to a whole area of YouTube that is just a business for people. Okay. So what was happening on Bellhopper's live feed? I miss Bellhopper's live feed all the time. It's tough, man. It's tough, Stephen. It's tough. I'm going to show that. Lily's not here. So it is tough, and you know, I really don't do it. I had to go to the pharmacy the other day. So I wear a buff. Do you know what a buff is? A neck gaiter, right? So it's like a material tube. You can wear it on your head and stuff and do all these different things. So that I have loads of them, you know. So what happens is, Doug, I approved that. So sorry, Stephen. That was a miscommunication now between me and my moderator. So I approved that message. So but I went in the pharmacy to get something. And sure, the bloody thing around my neck and forgot to pull it up over my face. You know, nobody in the pharmacy even said anything. So how it's all about mental. It's all about mental. And it's like, have you noticed that they've stopped reporting how many people are dying? And it's, yeah, buff's the way to go. And it's hard to find that information now, whereas it used to be shoved down your throat every 5 minutes. So I don't know. I don't know. We did say that we wouldn't talk about COVID and politics, and we've already talked about both. Yes, Bellhopper's good. I like Tin Man as well, but I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. I do like Bellhopper. You know what, guys? I dip in and out of these channels. I find it hard to, and you guys are probably the same. YouTube is seasonal for me, right? My life is very seasonal and always has been very seasonal. So because I work in the outdoors, so there's certain times of the year I'm doing certain things, and that's the way it is. So. And so my YouTube viewing corresponds to that as well. So why can't you wear a scarf? This is what I don't understand. Sorry guys, just to go back to Stephen's comment there. If I'm wearing a buff, why can't you wear a scarf? You know, so it's the same thing. There's actually more material in a scarf than there is in a buff, you know. Everything is forbidden here. There shall be none of that. None of that. But yeah, so like at the minute I'm starting to get back into firewood. So I'm watching a lot of firewood chainsaw videos. Okay. Yeah, well, no, fair enough. Sorry, Stephen. I misunderstood your comment. I thought you meant that I thought you meant that people wouldn't let you wear your scarf instead of a mask. I am sorry, I didn't understand that. Yeah, guys, if you have a reason not to wear a mask, don't bloody wear one. That's the way I would look at it. I know everybody's so easily offended. Jesus, imagine. But yeah, so I'm watching a lot of chainsaw videos at the minute. So what will happen is that if I'm thinking about going camping, or I'm sort of thinking, oh, I might build a new bushcraft shelter or something like that, start watching those videos, you know. So I'm sure everybody's the same. And if I want to research something, sorry guys, my eyes are short. If I want to research something, you know, then I'll be looking at that video. So I was looking at 181 videos today because but so yeah, I'm lost now. I completely lost what I was talking about. Face coverings.
Yes, face coverings. Love them. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Like, wear one outside. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, it's all a bit nuts, to tell you the truth. We have it bad over here in Ireland, England, UK, but nowhere near what you guys are having over in the States. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even come close. You know, never mind Brazil and all these other places. Like, you think about it, you think about us in the developed-ish world, even though we have lots of our what we are classed, or where we live as classed as being developed countries, we have really bad healthcare systems, third world healthcare systems, and so the thing is that, you know, imagine these places, you know, in Mumbai or India, and these places that have all these big slums where everybody's in on top of each other, or you know, in these developing countries in Africa or in South Africa and stuff, with all these big refugee camps and stuff like that. Imagine what COVID is doing in those places, and those people have no access. They cannot, you know, there's no such thing as social distancing there when there's 6 of you live in a room the size of this, you know. The NHS is very good, Roddy. Don't get me wrong. It's just on its knees, right? And they're saying, oh, the poor NHS is this and the poor NHS is that. The reason why it's like that is because the government has been sucking money out of it for 20 years. Yeah, you see, Pat, the NHS is the best healthcare system in the world, right? And that's the truth. And here's the thing, like, and I was talking to a friend of mine. A friend of mine has cancer, right? And he has like a team, right? A team of specialists dealing with his cancer. And he doesn't pay for any of that. It's all free, okay? It's the Tories' fault. You're right. Yeah, they're nice guys. They're nice guys, Wayne. But the thing is, like, so like, right, okay. Governments. We all hate them. Oh, yes. Oh, to do this and to do that. Guys, they had this thing here where everybody went outside at 8 o'clock and clapped for the NHS workers who were frontline battling COVID, right? And it was the politicians who started all this and the people who started all this. So what happened is the government offered those frontline workers a pay raise after they took a 5% pay raise themselves, right? The nurses in Northern Ireland, just before COVID broke, were all on strike because of pay, and they all left the picket line and went straight back to work because there was a pandemic, right? Those people are bloody heroes, right? Government offered them a pay raise. 1%. 1%. The government offered the frontline healthcare workers in the UK, Northern Ireland, a 1% pay raise. These people are underpaid to start with, right? You know, because of the job they do, because of, you know, before COVID, before all this madness and stuff and everything that was happening, it's like, guys, like, what? These people are multi-millionaires, millionaires. You know, they got into government and they become richer. Okay, they get into government because they are rich. You know, it's like, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Right? Okay, so Theresa May, when she was Prime Minister of England, bombed Syria, right? Tomahawk cruise missiles or something they were using. The cruise missiles were made by a defense company in England. The biggest shareholder in that defense company is her husband. See, that's the thing, Roddy. They want to privatize the health service, and that'll be a disaster. That'll be an absolute disaster. And it's like, I don't know, but I don't know. I know I'm not that big into conspiracy theories and all that crack, guys. You know, governments are a joke, and the problem being is that it's got to. I think it's got to such a stage that anybody that tries to not be a corrupt government will be destroyed by the corrupt governments of the world. Okay, so you know, and it's like, you can't get into politics in a country and not be that way, because the people who are controlling everything will just not let your political party do well by controlling the media and spreading lies and all, and doing all this stuff and doing what they do. You know, all this. It's all a load of crap. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, what can you do? You just got to get on with it, don't you? Like, it's that's just the way it is. So, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the other thing, they won't. The UK government won't look into legalizing cannabis for medicinal use, right? Right. So they won't do it. But one of the biggest exporters of medicinal cannabis is the United Kingdom, right? The biggest the biggest person in the UK government who is anti-medicinal cannabis, right? Her husband has the biggest cannabis farm in Europe. And she's selling all this stuff. They're selling all this stuff. It's like, Killinger, how's it going? You have just Woolies ranting. I don't know, boy. I don't know. Somebody stop me. Give me something else to talk about. I was away there on one. Away. Guys, you need some axe handles? Talk to Killinger. He's your man. Guess what Ollie's drinking tonight, guys? And it's not Smithwick's. No. So that is the crack. I know, sorry. I seem to have killed the chat. Okay. I don't know, Stephen. It has to be in some way, and then maybe it's not. I don't know. It's everything's organized to everything's organized to a certain extent. You know what I mean? So no problem, Killinger. What they are wondering is they're looking for prices on axe handles, probably shipped to the UK. Organized chaos, yeah. Yes, Pat. It's always water. Good old, reliable, boring Wooly drinking his water on the live feed. We're usually going to come up here some Friday evening, boy, and I'm going to be halfway through a bottle of whiskey, and I'm going to be pissed. So, Killinger, they're looking for a price on axe handles shipped to the UK. A ballpark figure. Guys, okay. Here's a heads up, right? Pat, thank you once again for sending me that care package. That was like crisps and stuff. No, I don't, Stephen. That was crisps and stuff, and it was like, not crisps, sorry, like chocolates and sweets and noodles. Quite a substantial package, but individually stuff was not that heavy. Pat, you're a madman. $75 shipping. That was crazy. Couldn't believe it. And to give you guys a heads up, when the Buckin special, where does it say Buckin special? When the Buckin special was sent out, guys, it was Roddy. When the Buckin special was sent from Canada to me, it was $130 shipping. $130. Killinger, I wouldn't be shipping anything to the UK. This is the problem, hey, an absolute nightmare. Brexit is a disaster at the minute, hey, a disaster. So I ordered new outdoor gear. Well, Siobhan got me outdoor gear for my birthday, which was in January, guys. And what happened is that it left Finland on the 5th of January and went to England, and it is in England still. I have never seen it. Do you know how you wreck the head of a conspiracy theorist, right? This is the best way to do it. £75 to ship a £3 double bed head. You should have shipped it to me, Roddy. It would have been cheaper. Guys, you want to wreck the head of a conspiracy theorist, and right, okay, you gotta let them set themselves up, right? So to say to you, you know, oh, and the moon landing was fake, and you go, you believe there's a moon? Sorry, just a wee joke there. Birds aren't real, eh? Yeah, guys. So I was talking to the Varstulika in Finland, and about this missing package, and they said that everything that they have shipped to the UK since Brexit has gone missing. From America, Roddy. It got there Monday. Came on Monday, Pat. Came on Monday. Exactly, Mark. So basically anything that has gone into England, into the UK, has disappeared. It's like, you know, Indiana Jones, that big warehouse where they just put all the ancient artifacts and just walk away and close the door and nobody knows where anything is. So they're sending the stuff out again, but I'm getting it shipped to the Republic of Ireland. I'm getting it shipped to Siobhan's mother's house, you know, because it's easy. I can just go down and get it. Wayne, it's nearly impossible for me to find axe heads anywhere without going on to eBay and paying ridiculous money for them. Guys, the Carhartt, the double bit was sent. It's called Carhartt. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, Pat, and that's fast, man. That's fast. That the Buckin special took 2 months, right? Carhartt, which when Micah sent me that, Kyle, how's it going? When Micah sent me that, we're talking about postage and axe heads and stuff at the minute. When he sent me that double bit axe head, it cost him $55 to ship it, right? Well, I paid it, but it was $55, right? It took 4 months to get here. 4 months, right? And it came through Dublin. So everything is coming through Dublin and then goes to London, you know, and then goes to Belfast. You know, it's crazy. But Brexit is just destroying everything. It just the customs in the UK is in such a hoop at the minute that people just don't know where stuff is. I put in a new raised bed. I removed 2 raised beds where I normally would have had my potatoes and stuff, and I turned 3 raised beds into 1 and filled it full of spuds, right? I can't even see a thumbs down, guys, on this. It doesn't show me until the live feed ends. No, and I never know who does what. It doesn't let you know. It's just either thumbs up or thumbs down. But it doesn't really matter. So what was I saying? Yeah, I had to remove 2 raised beds because Bruno had them wrecked. But in 1 raised bed, I had a load of garlic set over the winter, so I took that all out and I put it into the greenhouse. The spuds, Kyle, I never took them out. They're left over from last year. So what I find is that when you're digging out your spuds, if you just leave the small ones in, Just cover them back over. They'll just regrow the next year. No, the spice is there. The I don't know what they're called. The 2 packets. Yes. Jeff, how's it going? The Buckin Special is a beautiful axe. It is really nice, but it's Kyle. Oh, hang on, guys. I'll tell you a little secret about potatoes, growing potatoes. Right? I did an experiment on Wally's World about growing potatoes about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Right? I set out 4 lines of potatoes. I covered one row of potatoes I covered with clippings from the garden as I cut the grass. The other row I covered with hay. The next row I dug them in and I planted them properly, and they all grew exactly the same. So, guys, have a Google for no dig potato growing. It is the simplest thing in the world. And what happens is, as the potatoes grow up, you just sort of bend the plants over and cover them over with more grass. And anywhere where there is no light, potatoes will grow. So you end up with just the same amount of potatoes. It's on. Yes, Pat, that definitely came. I don't do a lot either. Well, the spuds are in the ground now, so you're talking probably the end of the summer before they're ready. And they're roosters, guys. Roosters are my favorite potatoes. So, well, I dug out the whole big raised bed, and put them all, made a big tall raised bed, so it's a lot deeper, and filled everything into it. So, you see, I used to grow stuff I'm not great. I'm not bad. See, my ma could grow anything. Jesus Christ of Almighty, she could grow anything. And what I did was, Roddy, who moderates the moderators in Ireland, they're not real anyway. No such thing as spuds here. No such thing as the famine either. But we're not even going to talk about that. So I used to grow loads of stuff, and I tell you what was happening, guys. I wasn't using it. I was just sort of growing stuff for the sake of growing stuff. I know, Pat. I know. So, and I figured it out from watching a YouTube video, No Dig Potatoes or something that was called. So if you look up Wally's Great Potato Experiment, it's a 4-part video, guys. It's exciting. It's exciting. But yeah, so I just sort of stopped growing stuff. So, you know, I grew, like, I had a load of tomatoes last year and very few fruited, you know, and it was like, but I didn't plant them. They just grew from the year before. You see, Mark, that's really good, you see. So if you think about what is it they call it, the Great Lie or something, I think they call it, the great it's about how everybody is told that we need to have nice green lawns and stuff like that, where we could all just be growing fruit and veg, and you know, and Kyle, I do a lot of work on the soil all the time. So, like, what I'll do is I will, when I'm finished growing, I'll put cardboard down on top of stuff, and I'll empty all my wood ash onto that, and I'll put the noodles from the chainsaw and stuff like that, and I'll put them all on top of it. And when it comes spring again, I'll mix all that up together and let it sit, and then start planting into that, or I'll plant straight through the cardboard. Do you know what I mean? Beans and peas. We grow sweet peas. We love, the girls love peas, but you never get enough to actually do anything with, because the girls eat them. It's more along the lines, Pat, of watching paint dry, I have to say. Really, it's that exciting. That exciting. But I do enjoy it, guys. I enjoy it. Like, you just sort of go and potter about in the garden, and then you get to eat stuff. Strawberries. I like growing strawberries. And the same thing with the strawberries, guys, is that you know, I very rarely get to eat them. I'm not really that big of a fan of strawberries, but the girls like them. But what happens is that, you know, it's like when crisps or chocolate come into the house, by the time I go to get some, they're all gone. No, I lie. The crisps and the chocolate are gone because I've eaten them. But the strawberries and stuff is generally the girls get them first. So, but Bruno is trashing everything. I have a garden out there and I have about 1,000 trees in it. This is the issue as well. So all the saplings I got last year, I have about 1,000 of them left. So I need to move them in order to plant more stuff. This is what's happening at the minute. So okay. Now tell me this now. My strawberries all died away off last year. Will they come back? Good man, Roddy. No, listen, Stephen. I don't know what strawberries I'm eating. I was up at my friend's house one time doing some trees for him, and he had a load of strawberries. I mean, he had like 60 strawberry plants, and he was like, "Here, take some of these with you." So the little tendrils that comes out, he just cuts them off and puts them in a pot, and then they grow into other strawberry plants like so. Okay, that's good, because I tell you what, Kyle, I had red leaf last year on my strawberries. I had my strawberries come on, were amazing, and then they all like, and so I got a couple of really nice big strawberries, and then they all just they were the greenest strawberry plants that I have ever had, but there was no fruit. Journey North, how's it going? You see, I oh, so they're like wild strawberries, Stephen. Doug, I did a video about with children in the garden. I can't remember the title of it. There was one of those homeschooling for adventurous kids videos. I was looking back on it yesterday, and I had 34 views in a year. And wild strawberries are nice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're little tiny things. Little tiny things. We're near time for pig nuts as well now, so might be able to get out and get some pig nuts. I don't think his wife's on. I hope not. Yeah, well, you see, that's what I did, Kyle. That's why I have so many this year. So, but what happened is that I left everything in the greenhouse over winter. I just sort of forgot to water everything in the greenhouse. So I'm sort of back now to think when things are heating up now. I'm trying to catch up, and I have about 100 hazel trees as well. You know, hazelnuts. So I grew them from seed or from nut last year. And I did videos on that too. So what happens is my ma said to me, she said, "Dermot, put 3 when you get your sprouts, put 3 hazelnuts in each pot, because guaranteed that at least one of them will die." No way. $135 to post files. Jesus Christ of Almighty. You could probably get a plane ticket over for the same price. No, it depends on where you plant them. Anyway, what happened was that every single hazel tree took. So now I have 3 hazel trees per pot. So what I need to do is I need to separate them and put them in their own pots. I think the closer you put them together, the quicker they're going to grow. So when we dig the pond down at Red Branch, I'm going to put 9 hazel trees around the pond. And there's a significance in Irish folklore with 9 hazel trees and the tree of life. Okay, so, and don't have it here. Red Branch. Red Branch Bushcraft. That's the Celtic tree of life, which is a hazel tree. So, and it's to do with the salmon of knowledge. And all the knowledge of the world comes from the 9 hazel trees. 3 hazel trees. Wayne, thank you very much, man. Enjoy your weekend. Hazel can be more like a bush, Kyle. They're not like, I have a poster here behind me, and they have a hazel classed as a bush instead of a tree. So, but there's some big ones about, like, so. Thanks, Doug. So it's like, yeah, it's to feed the squirrels. I am hoping, yeah, I'm making lots of plans and cancelling them at the minute. So I have a really cool event organized. It's called the Prepper's Guide to Blacksmithing. And a mate of mine is going to come up, and we are going to teach people for a weekend how to make a forge out of scavenged materials, how to do a little bit of blacksmithing and stuff like that. So, but the thing is that we're setting dates, and then we have to postpone it, you know. So people are booking on. I can't take any money off people, you know. So because I'd just be giving it back. So it's like a false economy. I don't want to be doing that. So, sort of waiting. It's sold out in 2 days. Bang, gone. 10 places gone. So, now I gotta wait. We have to wait until the 18th of March. And on the 18th of March, the government here is going to say, right, okay, this is what you can do, blah, 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 blah. So, but apparently I'm not going to be able to open until at least phase 3. So, okay. There is something that you need special to forge an axe head, and it's to do with punching the eye of the axe, right? I don't know for sure what it is. I think you need some sort of a hammer press, but otherwise you have to fold the metal to make the axe, and it's not as strong. They would. I swear to God, Kyle. So I don't know. I don't know what way it would work. Now, listen, I've never smitted anything in my life. I don't have a clue. But my mate Jamie knows all about it, and he has made stuff for me before, and it's brilliant. Do you know what I would love? I'd love to get one of Buckin's wood bullets to test out. That would be class, wouldn't it? I must ask him. Hey, Buckin, you want to, spend $200 of your own money shipping me an axe to test out and keep? Yeah, I'm sure he'd be up for that. But that would be cool, wouldn't it? It'd be good for the channel to get something like that. But a drift pin and a wedge to forge the eye. Well, listen, Pat, I know nothing about it, so yeah, you're right. But I'm not sure what we're going to be actually making. So it's a brilliant idea. Like it's I'm only facilitating this. It's Jamie's idea. Tricycle Forge. He's on Facebook and stuff. I don't know if he's on YouTube, but he makes some cracking knives. But like he forges knives, guys. He doesn't make knives, right? A lot of people who are knife makers buy sheet steel and cut it out, and then and do that. Red Ranch power saws, fire irons, yeah. So he forges a knife, right? So he takes a piece of metal, right, a piece of steel like this, and he beats it into a knife shape and stuff, So man knows his stuff, like knows his stuff. So all the stuff I use at Red Branch when it comes to like all my cooking systems and all, he's made them. So a lovely lad, like good crack as well. No, we'll only be wearing aprons, Pat. That's all. Just those really, really classy leather aprons. So, but you see, that's the thing. Like it's incredibly frustrating, right? So I'm trying to organize an Easter camp as well. So but you know, I haven't announced any dates for an Easter camp because I don't know. I've already have 10 people booked on to an Easter camp, and I haven't even announced any dates for it. And I might even be able to go ahead. Pink chainsaws. Husqvarna have a line of pink chainsaws for breast cancer awareness. There you go. And I have a green Husqvarna chainsaw for Hulk awareness. Crazy. But you know, that's just the way it is, isn't it? Like what else can I do? I can't sit here and not organize things. Do you know what I mean? Like it's getting to the stage where depends on where the camera is, Pat. Depends on where the camera is. Like it's getting to the stage where Red Branch might have to be put on the back burner, and Woolly might have to get a real job. You know, like it's going on so long. You know, and see, you're a moderator. I think that just goes through. Like normally, if there's any sort of bad language in it, it comes up to say, "Oh, you need to approve this." But and that's the thing. Where do you go? Where do you go looking for a job when people aren't allowed? You know, businesses aren't open, and a real job, like, you know, not. I don't know. So it's what is a real job? You know, so. This is the thing. So like at the minute, my real job is YouTube. Can you believe that? That is my job, because it is the only thing that is paying me right now. And my God, I'm I'm a rich man from YouTube. But anyway, forget about that. Let's move that. We're not going to talk about that. So I know it, Len. What do you do? Like, yeah, that's it, Roddy. That is exactly it. It is not going to be something that I like, you know. Get into politics. Well, that's where the money is, isn't it? And I can talk enough shit. Oh yeah, well, see, that's the thing, Kyle. It's getting to the stage where you know, so it's like what do you do? Like you push the YouTube and you try and get as much as possible, you know, of YouTube from the advertising and stuff like that. I know I'm talked to you guys before about Patreon and stuff like that, and to go down that route. But then I feel like, you know, I find it hard, you know. I don't know. I find it hard to go down that route, you know. So that would be me, like, oh, you know, you want to support the channel, you know. I don't know. I find that strange, you know. So, Barry, take it easy. Thank you very much. So, it's hard to know, guys. It's hard to know. So something will come up. It always does, you know. Like I'm working tomorrow, so on the saws, you know. So with the good weather coming in, people need to start looking at outside, you know. So they start looking at their gardens and stuff like that. So that's when, will you come down and do this, or, you know, I need this painted, and that, you know, that's odd jobs here and there. So, but hey, listen, isn't it better than nothing, isn't it? And I'm outside doing stuff and I enjoy it. So that is the way. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I just made one, Roddy. Check this out. I'm not very skilled when it comes to making axe heads, hey, to tell you the truth, or making knives or anything like that. I have designed a knife, and it is in production. I do have a prototype here somewhere. 100 and it's a deal, Roddy. I do have a prototype here somewhere, but that won't be sold through me. That'll be sold through Brock Knives up the road here. So he makes really nice knives as well. So but that's more about the name than it is about monetary gains and stuff like that, you know. So, but there is merchandise coming out and stuff, and this is slow, boy. It's slow. I was chatting to the guy that's organizing the merchandise, and he says that they can only have one person in the office at a time. Yeah, Doug, that's it. That's it. Hey, that's it. And I am a firm believer that if you put stuff out there in the universe, that it will come back. You know what I mean? Like, so karma and stuff like that. I'm not a very spiritual person, but I do believe that by doing things will come to you. No, I don't, Kyle. To me, firewood is far too valuable to sell. Far too valuable. The scrounging I do to get firewood, boy, Jesus, I'm not going to sell that. I did look into it at one stage, and there's a guy up the road here has a firewood processor, you know, and he's buying sticks by the 40-foot lorry load, you know, and he's putting a tree in one end and a bag of logs, split logs is coming out the other end. You know what I mean? Like, so, and all he's doing is pressing buttons. So you can't compete with that when you're running the saw and swinging an axe. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a splitter, I think it might be different, but it's getting consistent. It's getting consistent timber. Do you know what I mean? It's being able to get consistent timber, you know. So I suppose you could spend 1,500 quid. You could spend 1,500 quid and buy a lorry load of timber, right? And then split it, do all that stuff with it and everything, like, but you're still talking a year before you're actually seeing any money coming back in the door. So you know, because like you can't, I couldn't just split firewood, put it in a bag and sell it. It would need to pass my standards before it would go out the door, you know, because you'd very quickly, somebody would go, that boy's selling wet firewood. That's it. You're not going to get any sales anymore. So, you know, for myself, I'm only burning wood if it's 18% or less. So that's what I'd be looking at, you know. And there'd be so much of it around here for sale, like, you know, kiln dried, big pallets of kiln dried stuff and everything. Went down to my mate's shed the other day, and he had 10 pallets of kiln dried firewood that he bought in bulk, you know, delivered in a big lorry. So do you, Roddy? Oh, it seems to be that around here anyway, the small man selling firewood, wood is not a thing. Like, it's all, everything's in these onion bags, and everything seems to be like mass produced. And you know, have you ever seen Wrangler Stars big yoke? You just load the logs into it, press the button. You know the ones with the chainsaw, pushes along, splits the wood, moves it on a conveyor and all. Like, that's just nuts. So yeah, fire pits is a good one. A mate of mine used to make the Darth Vader ones, you know. Are we talking about axes here, Pat? You need to clarify these things, you know, swingers and all that, swinging stuff. What are you selling, Roddy? Is it the beech? Or where did the beech come from? The beech is great firewood, great. And you see, this is the thing, right? A lot of people have stoves here, a lot, and I'm sure it's the same where you guys are, but we don't. Yeah, that's the thing, Doug. If a lot of people have stoves here, right? And the big push in stoves 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you know, everybody got stoves, but they all burn little crap wood. They all burn little 10-inch logs, you know, softwood, you know. Whereas where I'm burning the stuff in mine, it's all, you know, 18 to 20 inches, you know, and that fits the whole of the bloody of the stove. So elm. I didn't know there was elm left in this part of the world. I thought it was all gone. Here, and you know what, my auntie was telling me? I was telling her I was going to go up and take some. There's an area up the mountain here, up beside us, and there's thousands of ash saplings, you know, about maybe 4 foot tall, all right in on top of each other, so they're very easy to pluck them out and replant them. She says they're full of dieback. She says all the wee ash saplings are all dying from ash dieback. So it's like, so that's hitting here now. So all the ash trees are going to start going, and I think if I think if there's ash dieback, I don't think you can burn that wood on your fire. I think you have to fell that and dispose of that wood straight away. So that's the hard part, you know. So yeah, you see, I thought the Dutch elm's disease, I thought that killed out all the elm in the UK. I don't think we ever really had elm here anyway. And I know you guys in the States always go on about how impossible elm is to split. Yeah. So sorry, Doug, I'm just rereading your comment. Don't give firewood away. It's too valuable. Too valuable. Far too valuable. And guys, listen, I am going to say goodnight at that. Nightmare on Elm Street, Roddy. It doesn't even make sense, Wally. I know. There's somebody groaning behind me. Hang on. It's Soft Bottom. This is Pockets Soft Bottom. Pockets is our old girl. Pockets is 14, aren't you? What's the crack, Pockets? She could do the haircut. She could do the haircut. Oh, you all right? She looks funny, doesn't she? Pockets is a Lakeland Terrier. Are you all right, Pocky? We call her Soft Bottom because she will walk into a room, have a little sniff about, and she will find the softest area to lay down. I saw it, Doug, and it did not look that bad at all. Why Pockets? Because when she was a pup, she used to fit in the pocket of my coat. She used to be able to have a smock. I wear smocks, you know, so she used to fit into my buffalo smock into the pocket. So, and I read a book once, and the dog in the book was called High Pockets, and I always thought it was a cool name. Guys, yes, Mark, Pat, Roddy, Doug, Roddy, Mark, Roddy, Doug, Roddy, everybody, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another interesting one. Wooly went off a little bit there about politics. Fight, moderator fight. Come on, boys. We've been waiting all night for this. Kyle, thank you very much. Guys, listen, next Friday night, 9 o'clock, same time, same place. I did notice that there was more people on tonight than there was last week, so maybe this is better. Oh Jesus, maybe this is a better time. And loads of chainsaw videos coming out, guys. Loads of chainsaw videos. But what we might do, right? We might try doing a Red Branch Bushcraft live feed next week. Can you even do it without 1,000 subscribers? I don't know. Okay. Oh no, Roddy. Good man, Stephen. Good man. Guys, thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave. Thanks for having the crack. Stay frosty. I appreciate it, guys.